So in today's behind the scenes, we want to look at the three things that are getting in the way of your growth. Now, these three things are something that I pulled together over a decade of working with successful, ambitious leaders, probably just like yourself. And I want to help you understand those three areas so that you can avoid them, so that you can navigate around them, and so that you can rise above them. Now, when I say these things are getting in the way, I really thought about what are the common misconceptions that we have to deal with. And here's one of them. That if you put your head down, that it'll all work out. You'll catch up. Here's the reality. That putting your head down and getting the work done sounds like the right thing to do, but it's not really the right thing to do. It's actually the problem. Because I have a lot of people coming to me and say, you know what? Some of the leaders on our team are not really managing the people the way we need to. And when I help them understand that you don't really manage people, you manage work and you lead people, they get it. And they say, well, they're not leading the people. And so a lot of times when we just think that we just put our heads down and get to work, we're not really solving the problem. Maybe there's a short-term benefit from it because you can get some things off your plate. But then again, more things pile on. You never catch up. I know you know that feeling because I felt it too. Many of my clients have felt it. And I share this with you because when you think that you just put your head down and it'll all work out, it never really works out the way you want it to. All this to say, what do you do instead? Well, you want to lead the person in front of you. You want to lead the team if it's a whole team. You want to really understand what's keeping them from making their own decisions. What's keeping them from feeling empowered? Is it you or is it them? Now, many times it's both because on this whole empowerment thing, it's not a one-sided equation. You can't empower someone who's not really committed to being a part of the team the way you want them to be a part of it. So you've got to make sure that both sides of the equation of empowerment are equal and they're really in alignment with each other. You've got to trust yourself enough to not just give the answer just because it's right there in front of you. You want to have the kind of conversation that allows them to come up with the answer because those that come up with the answer have more ownership in actually making it happen. Those that come up with the ideas have more ownership in making it come alive. And if they run into challenges, they're able to overcome those challenges. So this first mistake of just putting your head down and getting to work. I recently got an email from someone that I won't share who it is, but they just said, you know what, I can't start working with you because I'm just so busy. Because I just got so much on my plate. I got so much to focus on. I'm juggling so many things. And I could hear the pain in their voice in between the sentences. This came in over email. But my heart breaks for people who don't have the ability to step back and see what's really going on, the real core issue, and be able to focus on that instead of just get the work done. Because getting the work done does have that short-term benefit. But the long-term goal is to really empower others, create alignment, and create the kind of relationships inside the team and leadership that allow the company to move forward beyond where you are today. So that wraps up number one. Number two is really an interesting concept of systems. We know that systems are important. And I'm going to take you back to a system within my business that had to get fixed. I was drowning in trying to put out content for this podcast, just like this. And until I had systems, until I really focused on the details behind it and the team around that, I was going to be trapped into always trying to create this content for you. Now, if you flash forward, we're 6 or 8 weeks ahead. We always have content that's ready to flow out. Even this video, as soon as I'm done with it, I will send it to my team. They know exactly what to do with it next. There's no decisions to be made on my part, and that's exactly what you want to be if this is the kind of thing you're doing. But systems drive predictable growth in your business. Let me say that again. Systems drive predictable growth in your business. And when we think about creating systems, it's not about you, the leader, creating the systems. It's about the team creating the systems for the business, for the strategy. When the team creates the system, they own the system. That ownership thing keeps coming back up. But systems allow you to create predictable growth because you take the system, and when it's not working exactly the way you want, you're able to iterate on it. You're able to improve it. You're able to really figure out what's going on. But when you don't have a system, when you just show up and you just reactive to the moment, it allows everything to fall apart, in my experience. Systems are a proactive tool that allow you to drive predictable growth in your company. And you want your team to be empowered to do that. So after systems, this next one may seem like it's self-serving, but I really do believe this in my heart, that you've got to have a coach. Yes, you've got to have a coach or someone to guide you. Now, when I say guide you, I don't mean someone to just have a good conversation with. Someone to help challenge you, someone to support you beyond what's going on inside the day-to-day business. One of the myths that gets in the way is this one big idea, that how can an outsider help me with my company? Well, the way an outsider can help you is by coming in with a fresh perspective, not being emotionally attached to the problems or the way you've always done it. Ask you questions to allow you to go beyond where you are today, to really get to the heart of moving forward. All of this to serve you. A coach can help you and guide you. And that's what I've been doing for the last 10 years. I remember my first coach and how she supported me to help me get more clear about how to move forward. And that's the reason I am a coach today, because I wanted people to feel the same way I felt after those conversations. That sense of clarity allowed me to take action and to be confident in where I was going. And I would do it every week. Every week we talked, I would just do what she said do, and I did it. Now I've been a coach for 10 years, and I've seen people that get incredible results. They take this coaching experience and they make the most of it. They don't make excuses. They show up consistently. They do the work. They go beyond their comfort zone. They find the edge of learning, and they push with the coach together. You want to have the right coach in your corner. Now, here's the reality. Your executive leadership team, your board, even the mentors in your life aren't really experienced to support you in the coaching kind of conversations that I've had with my clients. They just don't have them often enough. They don't have as much experience and context around that. I've spent 10 years working with ambitious leaders, many of them from the Inc. 5000. You don't have to be on the Inc. 5000 to work with me, but you have to be willing to be a part of something bigger than where you are today. And that relationship between my clients and me is very powerful. If this is something you're interested in exploring, I'd love to chat with you about your business, help you get more clear about this. I'm not going to make an offer to you when you're not ready. I want to really support you. I want to build a relationship. If you're game for that, just go to my website. Up in the top right-hand corner, there's Start the Journey. Just click on that, fill out the information. We'll talk, you'll get clear, and we'll connect on something deeper than where you are today. If you are enjoying this kind of content, I'd love for you to share this with someone that you think would get benefit from it. Someone that wants to grow their company, wants to be an extraordinary leader, because this is the kind of content I create over and over again. I share all this with you because I want you to be the extraordinary leader. I want you to go beyond where you are today. And if you want support along that journey, if you want to be challenged, then make sure you click on genehammett.com, go to Start Your Journey, and find out how we can connect together and I can support you. When you think of growth and you think of leadership, think of Growth Think Tank. As always, lead with courage. We'll see you next time.